We're now live and broadcasting to you throughout the whole Okanagan and throughout the world.
Veteran broadcaster Alan Hollander calls it the morning show for Boomers Plus, and that is certainly his target audience for his new internet radio station on Mixlr.com.
Our goal is to entertain, educate, inspire, give boomers finally a home. The 50-plus people have been let out of ignored by Madison Avenue for years. It's all about being young. It's never about being old. And if you are old, we'll advertise retirement homes. We'll, assisted living. We're here in the Okanagan because we want to live for the next 20 years, not prepared to die here for 20 years.
Welcome to Okanagan Rise and Shine. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific.
Hollander chose jazz and the radio heard in the 1940s as his format. That was the golden age of radio, when theater of the mind was king, and really, people didn't have a whole lot of other options for live or scripted entertainment. Television would eventually supplant radio in that regard, and radio shifted more to playing songs.
There was more personalities, and there were actual people who would connect with you, like the Arthur Godfrey Show. He would be connecting with you and talking to you and having a cup of tea. He'd say Lipton's tea. Now, I just had a drink of Lipton tea. It was really good. And so you're feeling like you're in the room with him, and that magic's gone, because now it's like 30, 60-second sound bites.
We want to bring people here to visit, people who want to retire, people who want to invest. We hope to be your voice for the Okanagan.
My show in the morning is, I would call it sort of memories, music, and maybe a little mayhem. I remember when I had my show Big Al's Dance Party, and it was a nighttime show. So it went from 9 to midnight on Saturday night. So it was very much a Saturday night house party, and I had Michael Bublé would drop by, and when he first started, and friends of mine who were in the jazz and the radio business, everyone was dropping by.
Terrestrial radio is facing some tough times with the proliferation of stations and the rise of internet radio and streaming and podcasts. With Wi-Fi becoming more common in cars, the traditional bricks and mortar radio stations are up against the likes of Spotify, which play what you want to hear.
It's sad to see what's happened, but then again, something has to rebirth and come out of that. And for me, what I love about what we're doing is we're kind of rebirthing or regenerating, rejuvenating radio in a way that is back to the way radio was, but with this new technology. That's the answer.
This type of radio station is a very different way to deliver music and chat, and it costs a whole lot less, even with high-definition digital sound. There is no transmitter required, no staff, and no CRTC regulations to deal with. And the broadcast, while designed for an Okanagan audience and those who may want to move here, can be heard around the world.
For those of you that are listening to us in the Okanagan, we hope you enjoy this show.
Hollander has behind him a 45-plus year career in various fields, including a long stint in traditional radio. And that's his true love, one that he can pursue with this technology well into his golden years, and the one he first had as a child.
So I had all sorts of jobs, like universities, and worked for universities and hospitals raising money and development, and I had a marriage and family counseling practice, I had social work, I worked for Big Brothers, all that stuff. But to me, this is like a 10-year-old again.